Sometimes life breaks you in ways you never imagined. It strips away your dreams, your confidence, and even your hope. But what if I told you that the darkest moments could become the wings that lift you higher than ever before? This is the story of Ethan, a boy who lost everything and found himself. Ethan grew up in a small town where everyone knew each other's names. His childhood was ordinary but happy, filled with laughter, late-night stories, and dreams of becoming an artist. But life has a way of testing even the brightest spirits. When he turned 16, a tragic accident changed everything. A fire at his home destroyed not just his house, but all his paintings, his sketches, and most heartbreakingly, the studio where he poured his soul into art. In a single night, Ethan's world went from colorful to gray. He withdrew from friends and family. School became a chore, and even breathing felt heavy. Why bother? He whispered to himself every morning, staring at the empty walls of his temporary home. His mother, seeing the boy she knew vanish behind sorrow, didn't scold. She simply said, "Ethan, pain is heavy, but it can't stay with you forever." He didn't understand then. How could it not stay when it had taken everything? Weeks turned into months. Ethan's art supplies had been replaced with school books, and his sketches had been forgotten. But deep inside, there was a tiny spark, a memory of how alive he had felt when he created something beautiful. One evening, alone in the quiet of his room, he opened a blank notebook. His hand trembled, but he drew. A single line at first, then a second. Before he knew it, an outline of a bird began to appear, wings stretching wide. The next morning, he showed it to his mother. She smiled, the first time in months. "It's not the old studio. It's better," she said softly, "because it's yours. All yours." But the world outside hadn't paused for Ethan's healing. His classmates mocked him for being soft and stuck in the past. Even his closest friend Liam suggested he give up on art and focus on real work. Ethan felt the weight of disappointment, the fear that maybe they were right. Yet every night he returned to his notebook. Every night he drew, not for anyone else, not even for praise, but for himself. And slowly, something incredible happened. The act of creating began to heal the invisible cracks inside him. Each sketch became a step forward, a tiny triumph against the grief that had consumed him. One rainy afternoon, the town announced an art competition for young artists. Ethan hesitated. The thought of failure, of rejection, of being humiliated again was terrifying. But his mother's words echoed in his mind. "Pain is heavy, but it can't stay with you forever." He submitted his drawing, a phoenix rising from ashes, wings spread wide, eyes full of determination. The day of the announcement arrived. Ethan's heart raced as the names were called. Third place, second place, and then first place. His drawing had won. The judges praised not just the technical skill, but the raw emotion and hope that radiated from the artwork. Ethan couldn't believe it. Tears blurred his vision as he walked onto the stage. In that moment, he realized something profound. Life had not ended his dreams. It had made them stronger. Pain had forced him to rebuild, to fight, and to believe in himself, even when no one else did. After the competition, Ethan didn't stop. He continued to draw, exploring new techniques, experimenting with colors, and telling stories through his art. His work began to gain attention online, and soon people from all over the world were inspired by his journey, from loss to courage, from fear to freedom. Years later, Ethan would look back at that fateful fire, not with regret, but with gratitude. It had taught him that real strength doesn't come from avoiding hardship. It comes from facing it, embracing it, and rising again. His wings, once broken, were now unshakable. So, if you're watching this and feel like life has taken everything from you, remember Ethan. Your pain is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your flight. Pick up that pen, that brush, that guitar, whatever makes your soul feel alive. Start today, no matter how small the step, because just like Ethan, you have the power to rise higher than you ever imagined.